Chair recognizes the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Barrow.
I thank the
I'm
chair.
sorry, the gentleman from Iowa is here. I think we should stay in the regular order. With apologies to the gentleman from Georgia, we'll recognize the gentleman from Iowa for his opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your extraordinary leadership on this important legislation. And I want to join Congresswoman Harman in welcoming all the young people who are here today, because we're really here to talk about a blueprint for an energy revolution that's going to affect you the rest of your lives. And for somebody my age, I'm not going to be around as long as you are to see the impact that this bill is going to have, not just on your lives, but on the future of this planet. And that's why the work we're doing here is so significant. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for your efforts on the American Clean Energy and Security Act. We all know addressing climate change and energy independence are two of the greatest challenges facing this country. It's taken a lot of work and consensus to try to come up with language that balances the need of people with businesses, but this discussion draft is a great start, and I'm pleased that you've brought so many people to the table from diverse industries and interest groups to put together this legislation. This year I was proud to form the Populist Caucus, the only caucus in Congress devoted solely to addressing middle-class economic issues. I can take this bill back to caucus members and tell them there are provisions here that will help working-class Americans. I'm extremely encouraged by several provisions included in this draft to promote green jobs, and I think that your presence here today confirms that. This bill should be seen as an opportunity to put in place a green industry in the United States and take advantage of a world-class education system to make sure we have adequately trained workers for careers in renewable energy, energy efficiency, climate change mitigation, and the grant program that is a part of this bill will be a good step toward accomplishing those goals. Tomorrow, President Obama will be in Newton, Iowa, where I got my first driver's license at the age of 16, to discuss the importance of this legislation to economic revitalization. For over 100 years, Newton was the world headquarters of Maytag Corporation, a leader in home appliances making washers and dryers. When Maytag shut down the Newton facility, some of my high school classmates lost their jobs. Now that facility is putting Iowans to work building wind turbine components to meet the growing demand for wind energy in Iowa, the United States, and the world. These are the kinds of job opportunities that make a renewable energy investment pay off for America. This is no silver bullet, but I'm proud that Iowa is now second in the nation in wind generation, and Iowa's success story is further evidence that investment in renewable energy is working. Iowa is currently home to 6 wind manufacturing companies representing thousands of green-collar jobs and an investment of nearly $250 million in our state's economy. Recently, Iowa surpassed California and now has the installed capacity over 2,700 megawatts. This amount of wind generation will provide about 18% of Iowa's total electricity needs. We can all benefit from investments in wind energy and other renewables through newly created jobs, cheaper energy, cleaner skies, and a reduced dependence on foreign oil. One of the things I would like to see as a part of this bill is an allowance allocation for renewable energy deployment. I've been working with many renewable energy groups to discuss a subsidy matrix that takes into account distributed generation versus centralized generation and mature technologies versus emerging technologies. I hope that we'll soon have some language the committee can consider as a part of the base language, and believe this type of approach will bring new technologies to the market faster and ensure that effective technologies have resources they need to expand. I also think it would be helpful to have an expansion of the temporary program for the rapid deployment of renewable energy and electric transmission projects. The program, modeled after the Department of Energy's Loan Guarantee Program, is designed to speed commercial adoption and use of advanced renewable energy technologies by providing low-interest government-backed loans to companies investing in the implementation of technologies, including advanced biofuels technologies. The stimulus program expires on September 30th of 2011. I'm also glad there's language in place that will help low and middle income Americans lower their energy costs, like money for weatherization of homes, and I'm also hopeful there will be additional protections for working class Americans as part of this legislation. I want to make sure that some kind of mechanism is in place to provide rebates to middle and low income Americans to help balance their energy costs. including additional projects in the LIHEAP money, would also be welcome. I'm glad there's a requirement to report and set forth a unified and comprehensive strategy to address the key legal and regulatory barriers for the commercial scale deployment of carbon capture and sequestration. According to the legislation that we're considering, the EPA is to write regulations for certifying, maintaining, and trading offsets. I'm hopeful they'll see the benefits that farmers can provide in reducing carbon emissions and include these things such as methane digesters and no-till farming. The energy revolution has begun. We need your help to make it a reality. And I yield the balance of my time.
We thank the gentleman.